We're following a developing news out of Kansas City this afternoon where a captain in the fire department is accused of selling dozens of guns illegally, including one that was used in a murder. Betsy Webster is live now. And Betsy, what do we know about this so far?
Well, we've got 34 pages of charging documents here, and the allegations are pretty shocking. A member of the KCFD accused of selling firearms to convicted felons using what they refer to as a co-conspirator, a straw buyer, in order to conceal his involvement or to try to do so. The investigation began on January of this year, January 5th, and chronicled eventually sales that began as far back as 2014 and continued until as recently as just last month, a total of 43 such sales. Here's the man accused. James Samuels is 52. He was just promoted to captain in May, and he's been with the department for more than 20 years. Here's how the charges say the scheme worked. Samuels would meet with a felon at his home and take the money up front. He'd order a gun, then have his straw buyer pick it up and pass it on to the felon. One of the guns was used in a murder in 2016 at 83rd Terrace and Campbell. A 16-year-old was charged with murdering a 19-year-old. Turns out the 16-year-old lived with the woman who was the straw buyer. The charges say she repeatedly reported the guns lost or stolen after passing them on, and it was all those reports that sparked suspicion. ATF agents were able to find a paper trail leading back to Samuels making the original purchases. What's particularly disturbing is what then came from confidential informants and undercover agents. Just last month, the charges say Samuels sold this rifle to an informant whom he knew to be a convicted felon. This after the informant specified he would be using the rifle later that day to kill 4 people as revenge for being attacked. And to top it all off, the charges say that the informant also told Samuels he plans to set fire to a home as part of his retribution. And, well, maybe Samuels could provide some expert advice, he asked, at which point Samuels then provided him with several tips on how to commit arson without being detected. I did check with the Kansas City Fire Department, and Samuels is still on the payroll, listed as employed with them. Live at the federal courthouse in Kansas City, Missouri, Betsy Webster, KCTV 5 News.
All right, thank you, Betsy.